was first built between 1671 and 1679 by Stanisław Heraclius Lubomirski to designs by the Dutch architect Tilman van Gameren. This complex included a garden. The town had passed to the Sieniawski family by 1706, when the palace and its surroundings were destroyed by Swedish troops during the Great Northern War. Reconstruction began under Elżbieta Sieniawska in 1722. Soon afterwards, Maria Zofia Czartoryska married August Alexander Czartoryski, and between 1731 and 1736, they built a new Rococo palace on the site to designs by Jan Zygmunt Debel. At the turn of the 18th and 19th centuries, Puławy was the center of political, cultural, and literary life. It happened thanks to Adam Kazimierz Czartoryski and his wife Isabella from Fleming, who brought the most outstanding artists, Jan Piotr Norblin, writers, Julian Ursin Nimcewicz, and architects, Christian Piotr Eigner, to the Puławski court. It was here, in the Temple of Sibyl of 1801 and the Gothic House of 1809, that the Duchess created the first museum in Poland. It has become the nucleus of a great collection cultivated to this day. At the end of the November uprising, the Czartoryski property was confiscated, and the Czartoryski family emigrated to Paris. In Puławy, the Alexandria Institute for the Education of Maidens was established, and subsequently the Polytechnic and Agricultural Forestry Institute and the Institute of Rural Land and Forests. Currently, the owner of the palace and park complex is the Institute of Soil Science.
Welcome to Poland Daily Culture. Today we're in Puławy at the Czartoryski Palace, and my guest will be the director of the museum, Mrs. Honorata Mielniczenko. Dzień dobry.
Hello and welcome.
Dzień dobry, witam Państwa.
Rok 2019.
The year 2019 is the year of Princess Isabella Czartoryska. Could you perhaps tell us more about the celebrations that will take place this year?
Muzeum.
Muzeum Czartoryskich w Puławach ogłosiło rok 2019.
The Czartoryski Museum in Puławy has announced the year 2019 as the year of Princess Isabella. On June 29th, a nationwide scientific conference dedicated to Princess Isabella Czartoryska and her multi-directional activity will be held. The conference is called Dux Femina Facti, which means a woman, the commander of a glorious act.
W ten sposób chcemy podkreślić działalność księżnej Izabeli, jej wielkie zasługi.
By this name, we want to emphasize the activities of Princess Isabella, her great merits. Let's not forget that she is the creator of the first Polish National Museum, and she chose the city of Puławy as a place to commemorate Poland. In 1801, the opening of the first museum building, also called the Sanctuary of Siviglia, in which she collected many valuable things that belonged to great national heroes or found after great glorious and victorious battles.
Został otwarty drugi budynek muzealny, zwany domem.
The second museum building, called the Gothic House, was opened in 1809. This year's conference and celebrations are closely related to the year 1809. At that time, the victorious army of Prince Józef Poniatowski was stationed in Puławy, and at the same time, the Gothic House was opened, thanks to Princess Isabella. The world's masterpieces, like The Lady with Ermine, Landscape of the Good Samaritan, or Never Found Rachel's Portrait of a Young Man, were in the Gothic House in Puławy.
Oraz zaginiony, do dnia dzisiejszego nieodnaleziony portret młodzieńca Rafaela.
Can we see these paintings in the museum?
W muzeum?
Portret dam z gronostajem można oglądać w Muzeum Narodowym w Krakowie.
The portrait of the lady with ermine can be seen in the National Museum in Krakow, as well as the second landscape I have mentioned, so the landscape with the Good Samaritan. Just for the upcoming celebration of Princess Isabella, the paintings, which will be here for the first time in over 200 years, were brought to our museum.
Portret księżnej Izabeli autorstwa Roslina oraz portret.
Among these paintings, we will see a portrait of Princess Isabella painted by Alexander Roslin. Also a portrait called Venus Vectrix, painted by Tosini, which could be seen in the Gothic House, because this building had objects presenting the European art.
prezentujące sztukę europejską. Kulminacja obchodów roku księżnej Izabeli, która będzie miała miejsce.
The celebrations of the year of Princess Isabella will take place on June 29th and 30th. As I said, the purpose of this initiative is to pay tribute to Princess Isabella Czartoryska.
Miejsce uroczysta procesja, która będzie nawiązywała historycznie do roku 1809. W uroczystym orszaku.
A solemn procession referring historically to the year 1809 will take place on June 30th. Hussars riding on horses, the reconstruction groups ahead with the artists playing Princess Isabella, and the army of the Duchy of Warsaw, all mentioned, will take part in the procession. All inhabitants of the city of Puławy are more than welcome to come and join the celebrations.
Zostały włączone dzieci i młodzież szkolna.
Children and teenagers will prepare copies of museum's objects that could be seen in the Gothic House in the past.
Wcześniej znajdowały się w domu gotyckim.
After the solemn march, the best works will be placed in this place. The actress playing Princess Isabella will be greeting us from the house.
Z balkonu księżna Isabella.
Czyli cała Polska.
So the entire Poland is involved in preparations to this undertaking?
Polska, jak najbardziej zapraszamy wszystkich do wzięcia udziału w tym.
Yes, the entire Poland. Everyone is more than welcome to come and join this great undertaking, which is happening thanks to source texts, diaries, journals, including Mr. Leon Potocki's, who described this great event and which we want to recreate. In 1809, the Polish army, in the lead of Prince Poniatowski, were described by Princess Isabella in her memorial book.
Wpisać się do księgi pamiątkowej założonej przez księżną Izabelę i ta księga.
And this book will appear here in Puławy just for this ceremony, and it will be situated in this hall.
Sali.
Ten sam egzemplarz, który w
The exact same book?
Z tekstem własnoręcznie pisanym przez księżną, z jej podpisem, z jej inicjałami.
Yes, the exact same copy, signed by the princess with her signature, with her initials. It can be seen in the palace in Puławy during the days of celebrations. A wonderful concert will end these celebrations. It, of course, be dedicated to Princess Isabella. So this beautiful concert will be performed by the representative artistic team of the Polish army with their repertoire, God, Honor, Fatherland. We dedicate it to Princess Isabella Czartoryska.
Z Flemingów Czartoryskiej.
Powiedziała pani, że będzie.
You said that the museum's objects will be recreated by children and other people. What kind of objects are they?
Które się tu znajdowały, jakie to będą obiekty?
Ze względu na trudność wykonania.
Some objects are very difficult to recreate. The children themselves can choose what they want to do. They started to do some of them by themselves.
Będą to na przykład militaria.
The objects include a scepter, a sword, the Turkish pillows, a box in which Queen Jadwiga's hair will be placed,
w którym będą umieszczone włosy królowej Jadwigi.